How's everybody doing today? This is now part 2 of my Minecraft series, and this video will show a little bit more detail into the world of Minecraft. Another beginning video was just to start getting set up, finding a decent house area, and basic exploring. This one we actually get to go into caves and get a little bit more resources and materials. And the topic today that we're going to talk about is video games in general. Now, the reason I do that is because I love video games. Essentially, this is what I usually do in my free time if I don't go out with my friends and all that stuff. I just play games and explore new things and win a little bit of a challenge. I will be producing Battlefield 3 content. Last night we actually did play a competitive Battlefield 3 match. It was just one clan contacted our platoon leader. It was like, hey, do you want to do a platoon versus platoon match? And it was PTFO versus IND. And I'm in PTFO. When I ended up leaving, we were 7-2, and eventually towards the end, it was a little bit rough with the issues of them not really following the rules how they were supposed to. But all in all, it was a fun match, and that's the good thing I like about video games and online multiplayer. It's the challenges and stuff like that. And I forgot to record the footage. I should have. I know I had a pretty good streak going with the tank with guided missile shells, but since it's a Minecraft video, I'll probably end that the Battlefield 3 content. But anyway, video games in general, this video game season coming up is pretty exciting. My top games right now are currently Battlefield 3, DLCs, of course. You got Mass Effect 3, Ghost Recon Future Soldier, Borderlands 2, Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City. Until I play the beta, I'm not too sure about, because I don't know. I feel like the best company to produce a third-person shooter is probably Epic with the Gears of War series. I love the way they developed the third-person shooter style and how smooth it ran. And I've seen Resident Evil 6, which I'm interested about. I only played Resident Evil 2, unfortunately. I'm not really a big Resident Evil buff, but I always love watching gameplays of it. I might borrow my friend's Resident Evil 5 game and play that. But we should see what's going to happen with Resident Evil 6. Apparently there's rumors of a 6-player co-op, online co-op, which is going to be ridiculous. And you know they're going to have to make it like the hardest mode you can play on that video game, because one person that's really good at Resident Evil can destroy the whole game. Imagine 6 people that can do this now. But so I'm excited for those games. Ghost Recon Future Soldier I'm really interested in, because it's a game that you can do a lot of things in, customizable weapons, and basically all the little gadgets you have, like the invisible suits like Predator. When I saw the preview of that, when he went invisible and shot the dude in the back of the head, that was the most epic scene that I loved about that game. And when he clicked on the shield, you actually hear a distinct sound. Clicked on the cloaking device. It kind of actually sounded like Predator's cloaking device, which I think was pretty cool. And I know Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City is going to have that, and so that'll be pretty interesting how well that does. But yeah, I played. Unfortunately, you guys may think I can't really talk about video games much since I don't play much of the series. But I played Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. And that game was pretty good because it required you to work as a team when you played as a team and everything like that. Because if you didn't, one hit from a shotgun basically killed your character. So games like that are pretty interesting. So that's why I'll probably be picking up Ghost Recon Future Soldier. Mass Effect 3, I'm excited about because it's expanding obviously on the story of Mass Effect 1 and 2. I'm about to beat Mass Effect 1. I'm working on Mass Effect 2 pretty soon. And if you'd like to see video footage of that, I can definitely record some. But I saw a little bit more of the gameplay of Mass Effect 3. Looks really, really interesting, and definitely has a lot of potential. Hopefully, there won't be as many bugs. The bugs from Mass Effect 1 were kind of annoying. Then people say from Mass Effect 2 is a little bit more smoother, so I'm really happy about that. And just hopefully wonder if this is going to be the end of the story. I talked to my friend, he says apparently that's the end of the series, but there could be potential of making another video game. Same thing with Gears of War. Gears of War 3 technically didn't really end because they could tell the story. It ended for Marcus Phoenix but they could definitely tell the story of the different squads, and they could do, the immersion day and everything like that, which I thought of that they were going to do. And I was actually about to submit an idea about that because that would be pretty interesting. And since they had the whole novel series, then it'll be pretty interesting. They could basically build any game they want off that series as long as they make it interesting. Another video game, Borderlands 2. Now, the reason I like this is the most anticipated game for me, because right now Borderlands 1 is the most hilarious and customizable game that I like to play. I mean, you may say, well, how is it that customizable? Weapons you can't really customize, unfortunately. Character customization is basic colors, and that's about it. But it's the way you can play the game customization. Every time you complete a playthrough, it gets harder and harder, especially if you're running with a team of 4. And they just make the enemies extremely difficult through every single playthrough. And you can do so many combinations, Right now I'm working on my Brick character, which he is using the tank, and I forgot the middle category. It's the tank, and then it's the tank and brawler series. And basically, I'm able to just get into people's faces and pound the hell out of them. And then probably, I didn't record any footage of that on the playthrough 1, but I'm going to be recording playthrough footage for part 2 because I'm going to finish up the brawler tree and the tank tree, and then when we do playthrough 3, then I'm probably going to switch to the Blaster Master side to see what it's like to use explosive perks for Brick. And there's rumors that there'll be a couple more million guns in the game. I didn't even know. It didn't seem like there were a million guns in Borderlands, but if you think about every single variation, because you may find like the hammer. You may find that basic level of hammer, but then you can find the more advanced versions of the hammer. Plus, they added pearlescent weapons and everything like that. All the alien weapons and everything like that. So it's going to be pretty interesting. And now that they made Pandora, another part of Pandora, it's going to be interesting because it's not going to be all one color now. It's going to actually have environments and old new characters. And then the characters from the old game are going to be NPC based, which is going to be interesting. Apparently, you can influence the game if you don't help them out, or if you do help them. So, it's going to be really interesting. I can't wait for it, because I know my friends, the night it comes out, I know they're going to be playing for 4 or 5 hours. They're more advanced in Borderlands than I am. I recently just got into it. When I play with these guys, we don't even hesitate. They know where to go to complete every single mission. And we were just breezing through. If we would have been able to play without any disturbance, we could have probably finished the first playthrough in 3 days. Or less, probably. If we didn't have to go to school and everything like that. But, see what I did. I said Borderlands 2, Mass Effect 3, Resident Evil 6, don't know too much about. I mean, I know it's the Resident Evil 6 is going to be after Resident Evil 5 events and everything like that. Operation Raccoon City talked about. BioShock Infinite. Now the game's been pretty interesting. I saw the 10-11 minute gameplay that they did, and I'm excited, but it also is going to be an interesting story. Because now that you got a co-op partner with you, and she can open up time rifts and everything like that, and it's not underwater, it's not dark, gloomy. But from the trailer, it looked fine, especially that railway system where you put out the little claw and you can do the rail like a roller coaster system. I think that's pretty interesting. The new way to get powers and everything like that, you basically drink it. So it's going to be, hopefully they make the game original, as I say, not the same. Because I know BioShock 2, you literally did not have to play BioShock 1 to understand BioShock 2. I mean, the storyline did change, but it was still the same stuff. You still had the same powers, the weapons looked the same. It really wasn't any different. And I think that's why a lot of people got mad. Because they felt like they were just paying $60 games for a DLC pack, which they could have done it. And that's why I kind of like DICE, even though right now Battlefield 3 is doing really well. But I feel like they should have reformatted some of the maps. But I'll be doing fine with it. If I had to play a CQB map, I'll just take the 870 combat to your face, click the trigger, you die in one hit. So that's how I usually deal with that video game. Let's see, some other games. I need to check out the Xbox Live Arcade games. My friend's been showing me like Shank 2. I saw that trailer. That was pretty interesting. And oh man, I don't know what any other games. I had a full list to think about, but those are the games I'm really betting on. I predicted around $400 in games, and I'm not going to be doing that all in one push. That's ridiculous. But gaming is very expensive. I wish, I know I got Assassin's Creed Revelations. Oh, I also have the complete Assassin's Creed series. I know the Assassin's Creed Revelations and all the other games under it, I was able to get from Best Buy for a total of $67. That's basically the price of one video game, but I had to do internet shopping. And of course, all the older Mass Effect games the prices have been knocked down. They did have a sale on Revelations for $30 though, so I wonder if they're going to do that for the other new video games. Now it's mainly console games. I eventually might go to PC, but right now I gotta get done with school and then start paying off tuition and everything like that. But the only really online games I'm playing now are just TF2, and I did buy Sid Meier's Civilization 5, but I haven't really been able to jump on that lately. They probably want to. I'm just listening and talking about games. Probably want to know what I think about how games are these days. Well, I was born in the age of the Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and that. Still love the Mega Man series. Mega Man X is probably. I enjoy Mega Man X. So, some people ask, do you think games are more challenging nowadays or back then? Well, back then, a lot of video games are extremely challenging. I know Super Mario could be extremely challenging if you're doing speed challenges. Mega Man's, I think it was the Mega Man Zero series. The one with the girl, the one with the guy with the yellow hair. I forgot. I think it's Mega Man Zero. I know you're probably like wanting to hang me because I don't know the Mega Man series, but I know that series was probably the hardest that I've seen, that I've played, because you were basically given all the powers of the Zero suit, and so you're expected to know how to use it. Being able to slide, jump, do power shots in midair and everything like that. So they really did challenge you and everything like that. But I still think a lot of old school games are challenging still. New games now these days give you a lot of hints. You can turn the hint system off, obviously. I know Arkham City had a billion hints in the system. That was ridiculous. They would tell you every single detail you needed to know. But I don't know. Video games still aren't that challenging to me. I know people are probably like, well, play the Ninja Gaiden series. Well, I didn't have experience with that. But the games I have now, they're challenging, but not super, super challenging. It's really hard to say if they're ever going to make a super difficult, challenging game. I know. See, the reason I'm saying most new games aren't challenging now is because obviously they can't make them challenging right out of the box. They're going to have the super easy feel to it, and then you can bump up the difficulty system, which I've been trying to do with all my other video games. Like Gears of War 3 Insane Mode. You stick your head out a little bit, the sniper takes it off in one shot. So things like that. But, see, also other people are probably going to wonder, graphics versus gameplay. I personally want gameplay. But if you can do graphics and gameplay, which most developers need to do now, yeah, then I'll definitely enjoy the game. I can sacrifice graphics. It has nice controls, nice storyline, and everything like that. But if it's just pure graphics and then shitty controls, and I just get frustrated with it, then that would suck. This video is just exploring more and more in the cave. I know we can talk about Minecraft since it's obviously a video game, but Minecraft, the man who made Minecraft is a genius. I actually subscribed to the beta series and played it, and it was, even out of the beta, it was fine. I know there were some issues probably for the very first beta testers, but the version I got was fine. I keep on updating it and playing it, and like ideas like this, these graphics aren't super insane and detailed, but for some reason it's fun to play. That's why I like playing it and commentating over it. And that's a delicious apple right there. Apples give you a lot of health, but beef, I know it's beef and pork, for some reason give you lots and lots of health. I end up finding a lot of that in further videos. But like things like Minecraft, ingenious game. Graphics are still pixel-based graphics, but yet you can do a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I know he's trying to crank out as much content as he can, and it's all free. You don't have to pay for it. I paid an initial $20 when I bought the beta, and that basically guaranteed me free content for life and everything like that. You know, $20 for a game like this that you can make your own servers. You can host server parties, like big, huge, do developing and design events. And every single time you get new content's free, and then people are making expansion, or as you see, the skin texture pack I have right now, and things like that. But the video is about to come to a close. Hope y'all enjoyed some of the little funny moments in this video. And I'm sorry if it's jumbled again still, but I only record this in one go. I don't pause and redo, so hopefully you can get used to it. Alright, well, hopefully everyone has a good day, good night, whatever. And hopefully I'll produce another video. Bye.